Hi, this is Misha, and as some of you know who know me, I have kind of an affinity for Japanese World War II firearms. So why the hell did I pick up a sporterized gun? As you see here, this is quite a sporterized critter. They recontoured the butt, turned down the bolt handle, cut back the stock, remove the upper handguard, bobbed the rear sight, turning it into a notch. Of course, all the barrel hardware is missing, and they even bobbed the front sight. So why would I be interested in this? Not much salvageable left, is there? Well, a couple of reasons. Bonk. That happens all the time when we're taking pictures for auctions, trust me. The big reason is this marking here, which I don't know if you'll be able to see with me trying to do camera, but I will do my best, folks. You should be seeing it say 30 or US 30 cal. Also, you'll see that it has a very nice intact chrysanthemum. So, why did this interest me? Well, this is going to be a project gun I do plan on restoring because I really find the history of these guns interesting. I do have a bit of a Korean collection, and this fits in. Following World War II, there were hundreds of thousands of Arisakas left over in Japan and elsewhere. Then the Korean War started, and the U.S. contracted with an arsenal in Tokyo to rework and rechamber these for 7.62 by 63 Springfield, aka 30-06. So the work was done in Japan, and they selected about 130 to 133,000 rifles for this purpose for conversion. Many of them were late war, like this one here, because they were still, even though roughly made, in good shape. And the idea was to reissue these to American allies, namely, at that time, Koreans. This did have a technical manual, which you can easily find online. It's quite funny. It is called the U.S. Rifle Type 99, so it has an official designation and everything. And since this was contracted with by the Department of Defense, and work was done in Japan, honestly, the conversion, while not perfect, isn't half bad. It's at least safe. Accuracy does suffer, but mostly what they did, obviously they had to enlarge the chamber to take the longer 30-06 round. They also had to modify the magazine box to allow for the longer round to feed properly. Small modifications had to be made to the receiver and bolt to accommodate U.S. like 1903 stripper clips. And then finally, when all that was done, these were given a new phosphated, Parkerized type military finish. Work really began 1951 and ran through 52 to 53. By the time many of these were done, Korea no longer needed kind of emergency use rifles. So many of these never left Japan and were actually sold to American servicemen who took them home. Hey, it's 30-06, much more handy caliber for them than 7.7 millimeter. When they did this, a lot of times the mums ended up scrubbed off when they were being converted, and other times the 30 cal marking would be taken off when sold off, because this is US 30 cal, meaning a rifle. So sometimes it was kind of removed like a US property thing. So some of these were brought home without the markings taken off when they were sold to civilian hands. And a lot of these ended up in America in the 50s and 60s. And were sporterized like this one here. I'm sure it made a perfectly good cheap deer rifle or whatever. Their Mishaco action is based on the Mauser, but honestly I like it better. It's simplified. And it is very durable, as is well known. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get the bolt back. This is very difficult to do one-handed. So whoever converted this one really put a lot of effort into it. You know, they turned down the bolt handle. They did bob the sights. At least I think that was done during the sporterization. There we go, guys. Sorry for that. If anyone thinks these sights were original to the conversion, do please let me know, because there's not a lot of info, and obviously I can't see pictures. So, yeah. And they definitely cut down the stock, but they did it very evenly, and they recontoured to kind of an old classic Wild West butt plate. Interesting. This would have originally had a wood butt plate. This is a pretty late Nagoya rifle. I believe it's a Series 10, but I might be wrong on that. Has the large recoil lug on the stock. It just had the fixed peep sight originally. So yeah, I thought it would be worthwhile to restore this guy. So I'll probably find a beater gun that has a horrible bore, or maybe it's missing some bolt components, and then I'll drop this action into its stock. Then I don't know what I'll do about the bolt. Probably just leave it as a turn down. It is what it is. And the thing about restoring sporterized guns is it can be fun, but often it's not the cheapest way. Sometimes it even costs more, and they're never original again. So it's just something to keep in mind. Don't think you're going to pick up a sporter gun for $100, $150 at your local shop and turn it into something just as good as an untouched surplus. For one thing, things like the barrel hardware, the stocks and all that end up costing several $100s by the time you get all the screws and things you need. And then you come to realize, hey, this stock was used in 1944 and my gun is from 1942 or whatever, for example. So they're never quite straight and correct. But sometimes when you see a rare gun like this, or you just feel like having a project, hey, go for it. Just realize you're not gonna make yourself rich. That's all. So I thought I would kind of show this as a before on the personal page. And we will do a full history video once this is dressed more like it should be on the main page at Mishaco. If you didn't know I like Japanese guns, definitely check out some of my other videos here and on the main channel. Any questions or comments, or if you have one of these US converted Type 99s, I'd love to hear about it and below there. As always, I'd appreciate it if you could like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Well, this is Misha, and I will catch you very soon next time.